afternoon, Papa.
I assume you have carried out the act threatened in your letter.
We were married by Judge Braithwaite, you remember?
The legal aspects of the liaison can be annulled on several grounds. Judge Thayer's is...
Papa. Papa, look at me. Papa, it isn't a liaison, you understand? Carrie and I are married. She is my wife. I won't allow any annulment or anything of the kind. You got to face it, Papa. I love her.
I'm obliged to say you are no longer my son. I have reviewed the deeds of the family properties and revised my last will and testament. All these instruments will be amended to efface you from the family.
I assume that, sir. I know that I have no right to ask anything from you. But look at them. Earl Cruther and all those other men that used to ride with Bedford Forrest and the clan, they're just waiting there. The only thing that's holding them back right now is the fact that you're here. They're afraid of you. I need your protection for me and for my wife. Papa, that's all I'm asking from you.
I will make it clear that no one in this town is to physically harm either you or the woman. But all white men will merely treat you as if you were black. As far as I'm concerned, the mark is on you. You are a nigger.
Thank you very much.
We's all glad you came back to the school, Sister Carrie. Oh, yes. Mr. Jim.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I do appreciate it.
Welcome to the...
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. I certainly
Meet
do.
some folks.
How do you do?
Papa,
I wants to go to Memphis, to school. I want to be a teacher.
That's far away. Memphis?
I was asking your permission out of respect, Papa. But that's what I'm bound to do.
And that's what you do.
Cincinnati scored one run home half of the third. Pete Summers dropped a fly ball for the Giants. A man got the third, and Judge Smith bunted him home on a sacrifice.
Now, see there, now that's what I'm talking to you about. There's your science for you.
What's that got to do with whether a colored man can play as good as a major leaguer?
Well, now, you take a darky, there just ain't no way in the world that he's going to be as good a baseball player as a white man is. I all recollect what happened a couple of years back when that colored Cuban Giant team played the regular Cincinnati Major League team. Red Stockings whooped them niggers 11-5. That's a fact.
Unless I've been mistook. Ain't that the same year the colored Gorms played the regular National League New York Metropolitans and whooped them 2-1?
It's a horse on you here. Can't have it both ways.
Sure Elizabeth's gonna be on that train?
Papa, I read you the letter 6 times.
Yeah, she right. That's Slanty Spider right. It could be mistook, Cynthia.
That's Palmer method. All school teachers write like that.
Yeah, anyway. Kansas City a long way off. She could miss that train at some junction.
Don't you want Lisbeth to be on that train?
It's all right with me.
Papa, she been gone 10 years.
It's her choosing.
You ain't gonna ruin Lisbeth's homecoming for no old grudge.
Watch how you talk to your father, girl. As big as you is. Now, that train be 14 minutes late already.
Now, look here. This ain't gonna affect me none.
There she is at Brickley Crossing.
Get another job teaching.
Elizabeth.
Well, Papa, I'm glad to be home.
All aboard!
Papa, I'll be long. I just asked Mr. Hapgood if the parlor organ you expecting from Brattleboro, Vermont, come in the freight.
Man called noontime.
Morning, Mr. Palmer.
Morning, Miss Harvey. Miss Harvey, I was wondering, maybe, well, I don't know, is it proper for a young lady to be seen in the company of a gentleman that's a member of this your section gang?
Oh, saying the gospel. Comfort ye the laborer in the field in the heat of the day.
Where in the gospel does it say that?
Matthew.
What verse?
Oh, no. I just made it up. Anyways, I didn't come round here to see you. I was just asking about a freight order for my daddy. And if you don't want to talk to me, Will Palmer, I can go on home.
No! I want to talk to you, but...
Hey, you. Hey, Lee Garnett. Thought I seen you over here. What you doing here?
Working part-time.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, in the first place, I don't know niggers working on my place working for nobody else. And in the second place, what's this I hear about you going around telling people I done you out of money?
Well, look here, Mr. Owens. Now, I've been working for you for over 5 years now. And this is the first time I ever been ahead on a debt. With seating and furnishing and everything. Truth is, Mr. Owens, you owe me $38 for a year's work.
You a black liar, Garnett.
I ain't no liar, Mr. Owens.
You go around bad-mouthing me, and you're gonna be one sorry black boy, you hear? Come on.
Well, I ain't never said nothing. But you owe me $38.
Point is, Miss Harvey, before I can walk you home from church and like that, I got to ask your daddy permission to take up.
Well, why don't you ask then?
Miss Harvey, I means on going forward in this year life. And I ain't about to ask Mr. Tom Harvey for permission to take up with his daughter whilst I ain't nothing but a member of this your section gang.
Well, Mr. Will Palmer, you better get to be something else. 'Cause when you ready, well, maybe I'll just be long gone.
And Mr. W.W. Phelps, he sold out to Fletcher, who opened a barber shop across from my Smith. Over here.
Papa, before we go another step, it wasn't your fault. Not all of it. John Dolan asked me to go away with him that night, and I could have. I can't blame you for what I couldn't bring myself to do.
Child, those long years gone, I said my word because I was sure in my mind. But if it were wrong, if I'd done a hurt to you out of some meanness in my soul, then that's an evil. And I got to bear the sin. There ain't nothing you say gonna lift the burden. If I were wrong. We best go on home. Your mama be fretting about you till we get there.
Lucy, it is time for you to retire to the bedroom.
Oh, shoot. I ain't done crimping my hair. Can't you wait?
We're expecting a gentleman. Now go on and drag your drawers out of here.
I like that. This here is my boudoir, ain't it?
It certainly is your place of business. Now go on. You can start without me. Go on now.
Who's coming? Who we waiting on?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Warner.
Won't you join us?
Damn populace of the Farmers Alliance? That's who we're waiting on, Matthew Holmes? Now, wait a minute right here.
Earl, why don't you listen to what Matthew's got to say?
Gentlemen, I have come to a practical conclusion. The only way to keep conservatives like your father, Andy, from winning elections with black votes is to take the vote away from the blacks.
You gonna take the vote away from the nigger?
This is the time. There's an election coming up. And the Supreme Court of the United States has shown us the way. They declared that the Mississippi plan for wiping out black votes is constitutional. And the Senate refused to pass the force bill controlling elections in the South. They're handing it to us on a platter.
Andy, you gonna back our Democrats in the election?
I will do more. I will, with a suitable show of modesty, allow you to place my name in nomination on your slate.
Good, against your own paw.
The key is the Negro vote. Now, there's a poll tax already in the state constitution. There's the literacy and understanding clauses. The ingenuity of man is boundless.
Now, if we can get the darky vote away from your pappy, we got him where it hurts. It's been a long time coming.
Gentlemen, I think we may drink to a new winning political combination. Earl, here's to keeping the Negro where he belongs, beneath you.
God's truth.
And Matthew, here's to removing the divisive factor of the black vote from politics.
Andy, to you and your nomination.
This here is a white man's country. And come next election, we're gonna put them niggers back where they belong.
Oh, yeah. I told that Harry Owens this morning, I said, this is the last crop I'm gonna make for you ever. You know what he said? What? Get off my land. I said, with pleasure, with pleasure.
Yeah, where you gonna stay? You wanna move in with me? I got plenty of room.
Oh, no, thank you, Will. I don't want to be beholden to nobody.
I ain't beholden. Besides, we most like brothers anyways.
Yeah, well, I'll be all right. Hey, Harry Owens paid me that $38 he owed me. Well, we're gonna get 4 bits for working here for sure. So, that'll tide me over for a while.
Yeah, but Lee, that ain't no money. Besides, that's only when there's a flat car to unload. The way Mr. Campbell run this place, it might be weeks before another flat car come in.
Champ! Champ Shagru, where the devil are you? Champ!
Right here, Mr. Bob.
Damn you for a no-account, wooden-headed dummy.
What is it that you want, Mr. Bob?
I give you Sam Cavanaugh's order first thing this morning. Now, where the hell is it?
Well, that ain't my fault, Mr. Bob. The little pile is so higgly-piggly, I can't find anything. Now, it took me an hour to lay my hand on 4 dozen 2x4 12-footers. Now, why don't you go back in the office and rest yourself?
Don't you tell me what to do. I am sick and tired of you presuming on my good nature. I warn you. I warn you every other day. I've fired you and taken you back a dozen times.
Mr. Bob, I'm only trying to do my job. Now, I can't get anything done if you keep me here talking.
You putting me in the wrong? Well, now you are fired. You hear me? You are fired. Go on. I'll give you a fair chance. You tell me why I should take you back.
You didn't fire me one time too many, Mr. Bob.
Well, maybe I better think about it.
Now, I got me a better job at a sawmill in Dyersburg. Now, you owe me 2 weeks' pay. I'll come for it Saturday.
What did I say? Where are you going? Champ, who's going to get out Sam Cavanaugh's order? What's the matter with that crazy nigger?
Mr. Campbell? Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell. Would you oblige me, sir, by stepping outside?
What for?
Well, there's something out there I think you should see.
You do that?
Yes, sir.
Who the devil do you think you are? What'd you do that for?
Well, I sort of figure you're gonna be needing a new yard boy to kind of take the place of Champ Shagru. Well, sir, I'm applying for that job.
Well, if that don't beat the Dutch. You can't hardly tell what a darky gonna do next. By Jim, you got the job.
Will Palmer, I do believe you done start to go forward. Lee! I got the job! Lee!
Move along, Garnett. You're under arrest. Now just come along quietly. I got the papers all legal.
Told you you'd be one sorry black boy.
There'd been time we could have sent to Memphis for a lawyer.
Make no difference. It Lee Garnett word against a white man. Tells you the truth. A Memphis lawyer maybe get Judge Peters riled. He put a 5 or 10 year sentence on that boy.
Papa. This here's Will Palmer.
Evening, Mr. Harvey.
Miss Palmer.
Ladies. Mr. Warner. Mrs. Warner. These here's for you, Miss Harvey.
Oh, ain't that nice? Thank you.
And, Mr. Harvey, I done brung you these here cigarettes. These factory made. They all the way from North Carolina, and they's the newest things.
Thank you.
Papa. Will got something he want to talk to you about.
Well, I'm afraid we must be running on.
Ain't gone yet.
Yes, we must go. There's homework.
Carrie.
Chores to do for me.
On 7 o'clock.
Thank you very much. Good night, Miss Elizabeth. It was a delight to see you. Take care. Was a delightful dinner. Come on, darling. Let's go.
Good night. Yes. Mama. I swear to you, Papa say no, I just gonna run off.
Cindy.
You just gotta say yes. Mama, ain't gonna be no dried up old maid just 'cause Pop... Lizzie. I'm sorry.
Now, I don't want you to worry. That was another time.
Why didn't you just go to Memphis and marry him?
Cynthia. 2 months after he left Henny, that John Dolan was married. Met him a few years back. He had 4 children. Now, I don't want you to worry, 'cause this here is gonna be different. You just stop that.
And I'm a member of the CME New Hope Church, which you already knows. And I've been working for Mr. Bob Campbell's lumber yard now for 5 weeks. See, I studies on getting me some of that old damaged lumber, building me some houses and renting them out to other folk. Mr. Harvey, I means on going forward. And, I guess I was here to ask your permission to see Miss Cynthia home from church on Sunday evenings and, to generally take up with her.
I think so on it.
Why don't you go and play something for us?
No.
Oh, come on. We ain't had some good singing in a long time.
Come on now, Mr. Palmer. You sat right on down here.
He asked me what I could do about his friend Lee gone mad again.
Is there anything?
There ain't no way to turn around a prison sentence, I know. But he gonna keep after me.
He asked you could he take up for Cynthia, too. Why don't you just bust out and say yeah?
I will. After I think on it. As well, what that boy want, he gonna get.
you're all right, son. You're all right.
Yes, Mama, I'm fine.
Your note said there was something urgent. Is the boy all right?
Oh, the boy is just fine. Now, don't you worry about that. Sit down. Please, Mama, sit down.
I saw him last Tuesday in your schoolyard. I was driving by with Sarah Hewlett. I couldn't even ask the coachman to slow down.
Frankie is just fine. He's asleep in there. Carrie's at church, meeting of the sisterhood. Mama, I do wish that someday you would call when she's here.
Oh, it's very difficult, Jimmy. Your father'd never forgive me if he knew I came at all.
I know.
He's at Judge Peters tonight. Something about the Democratic primary. Do you need money? I had those bank shares in my own name.
No, Mama, I work when I can, and we have Carrie's salary. We're considered reasonably affluent for this end of town.
Are you ever sorry?
Mama, it's funny. I miss the most trivial things. New things, like new clothing and new books from Cincinnati and Papa's imported claret. The absolute God-given assurance of being white.
You can't speak to her about it, can you?
Not really, no.
When you married her, I thought it was spite. But somehow you were angry at me and your father, and that was the way you could hurt us most deeply.
It was a lot simpler than that, Mama. I was in love with her. I still am, even more now. But there are some things that I just can't seem to share with her.
You should have gone north, Jimmy, or to Europe.
Mama, there's no hiding place. Besides, this was home. Carrie's family was gone. The black people around here were all she had. They accepted her. They accepted me.
Papa, who's there? Mama home yet?
No, honey, she's not home yet.
What's that white lady doing here, Papa?
Frankie, this lady. This lady is just visiting. Let's go back to bed now, honey.
I want Mama to take me in.
Mama's not home yet now, please.
Frankie, would you like me to take you in?
Mama, I need something from Papa. Mama, there was a colored boy who's convicted in Judge Peters' court. We need a pass to visit the prison camp. Papa's the only one who can get it.
I can't ask your father.
I promised this boy's friend that I would get it. You can tell Papa that a colored woman asked you, Minnie or Irene Harvey. He'd understand that, asking your white folks for help.
He doesn't like me to concern myself with that sort of thing.
The man's name is Garnett. He's in camp number 7. Tennessee Iron and Coal Company. I promised Will Palmer.
I'll try. Oh, Jimmy. My poor Jimmy. My poor boy.
These are my people now, Mama. I have to do what I can.
I'll try.
All right, Bert, run them on up to camp.
See you next trip.
Hope you do better by me next time, Charlie.
Let's go.
You want something, Uncle?
You the chief engineer?
Yeah, why?
Got me permit to see one of the men here. Lee Garnett. That from the State Prison Board.
You Tom Harvey?
Yes, sir.
He's working down the Tote Road. You see him noontime.
Now, Lee, I done brung along Mr. Harvey here because he the most important colored man in the politics and like that, and, well, he's gonna help you.
I ain't promised nothing like that. This here's a matter of influence. And who be knowing who amongst the big white men of the state. Now, I got to know from your mouth what happened about the money you supposed to stole from Mr. Harry Owens' cash box.
Well, you remember, Will, that Mr. Harry Owens, he told me to come and make my complaint to his face. Well, I done that. I went to him that morning and I told him that he owed me $38. He said he don't, so I've been calling him a lie. I said, I ain't done that. I told him I was gonna go talk to Colonel Warner.
Colonel Warner? What's he got to do with this?
Colonel Warner owned the land. Harry Owens, he just subbed, he said, out to sharecroppers. So anyway, when I said Colonel Warner's name, and then Harry Owens, he said that different for me to go on in the house, get my money out the cash box.
And you done that?
Yeah, like a damn fool. Put the sheriff on me for stealing that same morning. Say he put his mark on the money and I stole it. I ain't never stole nothing. He owed me that money for a whole year's work.
Mr. Harvey, you got to make them see the truth. I mean, you got to get Lee out of this here place.
I don't see what I can do for this poor Tom. He was convicted and Judge Peters caught in the law.
I know that, yes, sir.
Received a very light sentence, as a matter of fact. But Tom, you know I can't interfere with the law.
I know that, Colonel. That's what I told all the coloreds in town. Colonel Warner is a man what uphold the law. 10 years now, I've been saying Colonel Warner and his Democrats, they gonna look after the colored. But now with this here election coming up soon, there's two kinds of Democrats running. And if we all don't vote for you, maybe you're gonna lose to some no-count white trash Democrats.
Well, just a minute, Tom. You know I value your support politically, but there's something else.
Well, I told them that's the mark of a gentleman. He look after his own people.
What are you driving at, Tom?
Mr. Harry Owen leased from you, but this was your land. Lee Garnett was making a crop on your land. I told him Lee, a high gentleman like the Colonel, with all the power of Lauderdale County in his hands, he ain't gonna try and cheat one of his people out of $38. But this man, Harry Owen, scratching by the best he can, he would.
I don't want this to go any further, but I've suspected Owens for a long time of cheating with the accounts. And that is not inconsistent with the story that the Garnett boy told you.
That's the truth, Colonel. I told him, trust in a gentleman to set things right.
Wow, I'm not sure what I can manage, but I think I may know someone in the state penitentiary system might be able to do something for that boy.
I knew it. I got the confidence in you, Colonel. And I'm going to leave it in your hands. Morning to you, sir. Morning.
Good man, that Tom Harvey.
He's one smart man, Papa.
Solid, honest, forthright.
Papa, that old darky played you like a trout on a line.
Your generation just doesn't understand. A properly controlled workforce of decent colored people is the cornerstone of our prosperity. They will be loyal as long as we are decent, honest with them. And
Papa, you negotiated the contract, leasing convicts to Tennessee Iron and Coal and to the railroad. How come you didn't tell forthright old Tom that?
as long as I do my duty to those dependent on me, I see no need to make them privy to my affairs.
Well, it won't be so privy, Papa. If folks find out about the convict lease system, state officials taking kickbacks, companies making a fortune working convict labor. Risky, Papa?
Not at 11 o'clock in the morning.
That late? You know, the white trash Democrats have entered a slate against you in the election. You might be having some problems.
I think not. Everyone knows them for what they are. Men of no property or tradition.
What happens, Papa, if folks find out all you fine gentry been stealing everything they didn't nail down? Y'all make those Yankee carpetbaggers look like Presbyterian deacons.
I'm shocked at you, Andrew. Not only have you made nothing out of your lap, but you see fit to subject your own father to scurrilous innuendo.
You are right, Father. And I'm going to take your kindly criticism of my character to heart. It is time I stopped being a wastrel and a layabout. I'm more or less decided that what I want to do is politics.
Well, that is gratifying, Andrew. I'm sure I can arrange something. Some appointment to state office. I shall inquire of my friends in our wing of the party and,
Don't bother, Papa. I don't need you. I can make my own contacts.
All right, Bert, run him on up to camp. You want something, Uncle?
convicted in Judge Peters' court according to law.
I know that, Colonel. That's what I told all the coloreds in town.
And this box and all?
Yes, Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob, you got to go.